curated to switch the narrative, to show that it's never too late to shift your mindset, heal your heart, and live the life that you truly desire. Sis, you are magic. You just haven't discovered it yet. But in order to get to the goal, you have to do a little bit of digging, getting through all the hard stuff to allow your true self to shine. Because yes, you are beautiful. But how is your soul really feeling? Are you fine on the inside? Hey y'all, welcome back to Fine on the Inside. This is your girl Jazz, and I am here with my girl Coach J.
Hey guys.
Y'all, Coach J, she is a fitness instructor, an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She just does it all. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, thanks. So I just wanted to, have you on. You do it all. We connected through fitness. You know what I mean? Yes, introduced us. I came to your class. I was like, this is fire. And then I feel like, we've been like connecting more, and we started partnering with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes.
We just did a whole hike this morning.
It was the bomb.
Yes.
Climate Connect.
Yes. Make sure y'all follow Climate Connect. But it was really decent, and the fact that you're here now. You ain't even get no time to rest, so I really appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Can you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Jonnese, but everyone calls me J or Coach J. I'm a fitness trainer here in Norristown, PA, originally born and raised in Coatesville. As she said, I'm a mom of an amazing young boy. His name is Jonnese. I work a full-time job in accounting, but I'm also, again, a fitness trainer, entrepreneur, and just promoting health and wellness is my main goal and focus, is to help as many people that I can, just change their lives, that's what I'm about right now.
Right, yeah, I love that. So I always start off with like a couple little icebreakers. So I just want to ask you a few little things.
Okay.
So the one is, if you could pick any exercise to stick, you could only do that for the rest of your life, what exercise would it be?
One exercise that I gotta stick to. That's a hard one. Oh, I'm gonna go with squats. I'm gonna go with squats because it hits the legs, the glutes, the quads, and there's so many different variations of squats, so I can switch it up.
Yeah, okay, I like that. All right. And then the other one is, if you could train anybody in the world, who would you pick?
Oh, anybody in the world. I would say someone that really inspired me and helped me throughout my journey is Dr. Eric Thomas. So let's say E.T. If you need a trainer, listen, I got you.
Yeah, I love that. He could be like, hold up, let me train you. Okay. Yes. So I just wanted to talk about the importance of being around like-minded people. We met, and I do mental health, self-development, and you're all about fitness and everything. So I feel like the fact that we were able to start Climate Connect is so decent. We've been running together, and I feel like you really be motivating me. So I just want to give you your flowers because just seeing you do your thing, it's dang, just always showing up. Yeah. You always organize. I be like, damn, I need to get like her.
I'll be trying, girl. I'll be trying.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, how important do you feel that it is to have a good team around you, or people that are just doing the same thing that you want to do?
That's major. It's very important. It'll either make or break you who you have around you. So that's why I tell people all the time, if you're looking to start a fitness journey, hang around people who are in fitness. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you surround yourself around those people because say, if I'm starting a fitness journey, but all my friends want to go out and party, club, and drink, they're not trying to go to the gym. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I really tell anything that you want to do. If you want to be a writer or an artist or a painter or a singer, really surround yourself around people like that. You know what I mean? So that you can learn, that you can grow. and again, that's kind of like how we kind of connected. I know you were on your fitness journey. You start coming to classes,
Yeah.
and then you also run too. So then we end up running together. It's like you really just surround yourself around the type of people that you want to kind of be like.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I really stress, is just being around the right environment.
Yeah, I agree. Have you ever dealt with like the wrong environment? You know what I mean, like hindering you from your goals?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Throughout like my journey of, you know, where I am today, it's been a lot of bumps and roads and twists and turns, and you kind of live and you learn. You know what I mean? Like when I first started, you know, I was hanging around a different crowd, and I'm just like, darn, like I could see myself like get set back, you know what I mean, into smoking and drinking and stuff like that when I'm around certain people.
Right.
So it was like, darn, I'm only doing this when I'm with X, Y, and Z, and you know what I mean. So you start to realize, okay, this person isn't good for my health or good for my growth. So you just have to let them go. Not meaning like, okay, I hate you or whatever, but I just really can't be around you for what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to grow. You aren't a benefit to my growth. You know what I mean? I only want to be around people who are going to help me, you know what I mean? And not hold me back or hinder me or put me back to where, you know, I fought out of.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like there could be like guilt associated with that, you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's been times where I feel like, you know, I might need to cut this person off or I need to fall back, but then it's like, damn, I feel like, you know, people, they might start saying stuff like, oh, well, you're acting funny, blah, blah, blah. And like, even though I have felt feelings of guilt, like, I'm really not trying to, but, you know, just understand, like, I got to put myself first.
Yeah.
And I hope so, you know, like, if y'all really my friends, y'all gonna understand, like, I'm just trying to do what's best for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same exact thing. It's not like, some people be like, oh, well, you changed. I did change.
Right.
You know what I mean? I did change. I'm not the same person that I was.
Right.
So something that I may used to like or something I used to do, I don't do anymore. So it's like, if they're really your friends, they have to, you know, accept that you have changed. You know, you're trying to do better and to support you. You know, in the best way. That not saying that they have to do everything that you do, come to every event that you have, but just support you. Just knowing like, okay, I know she's doing her thing. Like I'm not going to involve her, and knowing that she don't get down with that like anymore. So it's like really just having a good group of friends. But then also that's kind of how you figure out who is really with you and who's not. You know what I mean? So it's tough because you could definitely feel that guilt of like, darn, like I know she feels some type of way because I don't come around anymore or X, Y, and Z. But you know, if they know that you were trying to grow, you're trying to be a better person, you're doing things different, then they should support you.
Yeah, for sure. So I know, you know, right now you have Journey with Jay going on. So you show us all different types of fitness and all that. So how important do you feel that it is to try new things?
I think it's really important because you don't know what you like until you try it.
Facts,
you do not know what you like until you try it, man. So I definitely do stress the importance of just going out, trying different things. A lot of people be like, well, I don't even like that. Well, have you even tried it?
Right.
Like, you never even tried it. I can tell you, this is not related, but it's the same thing. It's the same kind of concept. I used to be like, oh, I don't like dark-skinned guys. Or I used to always be about my light-skinned guys, right? And Tim's like, why do I even like...
Right, like what is that?
You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, well, I don't like this because, oh, I've heard this story. Or, you know what I mean? You really have to try it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, like I've never, like when I first started, like I never done yoga before. And then once I got, I'm like, darn, I like this. Like, okay. And then I start, you know, open myself up to different things. I'm like, well, I like that too. And oh, I don't like that. So it's like you really just have to try different things because everyone doesn't like the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's like the main reason why I started Journey with Jay is to let women experience different types of fitness, you know, because I do like the group fitness, like HIIT classes. Everybody doesn't like HIIT classes. You know what I mean? Everyone needs, some people need something a little slower where yoga may, you know, be their thing, or Pilates, or boxing, you know, or bars, so many different things. So Journey with Jay was created to show women all these different type of fitness experiences and help them find one that they like the best.
Yeah.
I
love that. So you know, Final Insight is all about mental health and everything. So how important do you feel fitness is regarding your mental health?
Oh, it's extremely important. Like without fitness, like fitness changed my whole entire life. Like dead ass, it changed my whole entire life. Like before I started, I was depressed, unhealthy, overweight, just making bad decisions. Like I really did not like myself. Yeah. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I felt. And the only person that can do anything about it is yourself. Facts, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like no one is here to save you. No one can get you up out of the bed and go and drag you to the gym, make you do it. It's like you really have to be at that point where you want to change. Yeah, like you're tired of it. Right, you're tired of it. And I was at that point where I'm tired of looking and feeling like the way I did. Right. And so I started going into the gym, but I knew for me, if I go to the gym by myself or go to a Planet Fitness, I'm just going to bullshit. I'm not going to push myself as much. So I found a gym, I found trainers, you know what I mean? And it costs money, but it's an investment, right? But I don't have money for it. You got money to go out to eat, you got money to go do this and that. You know what I mean? It's an investment in you. So I got trainers, I'm doing group classes, and I'm really like, it's hard at first, but once you get into it, you find a community, they push you, you grow. I start feeling better, like looking better. It was just like, it really transformed me, like, because especially for your mental, and I tell people all the time, like especially if you're struggling with depression, like go work out. Go work out. It's really going to help. Like it does so much. So definitely fitness and mental health go hand in hand with each other. I agree. I feel like the same way. Like when I'm not doing anything, the days where I was just like feeling bad for myself and all that, like I would be just like didn't want to do anything. But then once I started working out, and I'm like getting proud of myself. I'm like, yes, girl, this is what we need. We need to get outside. And even that day, I was telling, like, I was having a rough day, girl, a rough day. I'm just like, what is going on? I didn't work out no more then. But then we went to the run later on. I felt amazing. You was fine, you know what I mean? It's like it really just like working out can really change your mood. So I definitely recommend it. Like work out. For sure. Help. And so, like with Journey with Jay, people are trying new things. How important do you feel like it is for people to get out of their comfort zone? Because that's a lot of reason too why people don't do new things, because, they're always used to doing the same thing, or, they're scared to try something else. Right. And I always tell people, I know it can be intimidating to, go out and try something that's new, or even try it by yourself. You're used to going with your friends or things like that, but at the same time, you keep waiting around for people, you will miss out on the opportunity. I missed out. I can just say I missed out on so many opportunities waiting for X, Y, and Z to come, or I didn't want to go by myself. Like it's uncomfortable, but you're going to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Putting yourself out there, because if you don't, you will miss out on so many opportunities. So many opportunities. So I really stress, like really going out, putting yourself out there, even though it's uncomfortable, you may be nervous, you're not used to it, but you have to. You have to, because there's somebody waiting for you, or you waiting for somebody there. You know what I mean? Because you ain't go to this event because you ain't want to go by yourself. And listen, you're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on opportunities. Missing out on opportunities. And something where I can go back and say, like, Trend, Yogi Trend, right? So she invited me to this yoga event she was doing for Lululemon. And I invited a few of my friends, a few of my clients. And a lot of people was like, oh, I'll come. And then they backed out. I'm like, no, I really don't want to go by myself. But I'm like, girl, shut up. Because you are like, no, you're going to go support your friend. You won't go. So I end up going by myself. And when I went, the first thing I do is I meet Kelsey from Lululemon. I didn't know Kelsey, you know what I mean? But I get there early because I'm always on time, y'all. Don't be late. Right. Because being late will have you miss an opportunity. So I get there early because I had to go use the bathroom. End up talking to this girl, which was Kelsey from Lululemon. And we're just busting it up and, talking about the event. She's like, oh, take my information. Right? I took her information. We do the event. It was amazing. I end up, meeting people I didn't know. But imagine if I did not go to this event because no one didn't want to go with me. I would have never met Kelsey from Lululemon, who Lululemon actually sponsored my first event, which was Walking Into Wellness in March. That was a great event, y'all. If I never went, I would have never met her. I would have never met my boyfriend Larry. He was the photographer that day. Wow. I would have never met Nadi, amazing guy. I let me talk every single day from that one single event. Nicole, who was now one of my clients,
wow.
like that one event,
that day was just,
it was just like, imagine if I didn't go just because none of my friends wanted to go with me.
And the fact that you almost considered not going,
I almost considered not going. I'm just like, nah, like stop, because you tell yourself all the time, even though no one wants to go, just go. You know what I mean? Because you can miss out on opportunities. So I highly recommend going out, trying things, even though it's nerve wracking to be by yourself. It's something different. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Don't want to miss those opportunities for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you do like a lot of things. How do you maintain everything and stay in a good space mentally?
It's a lot. Sometimes I'm not always in a good space. I'm a human.
Yeah.
But just having a good support system, trying to be organized and map out my days, really helps. Like you said, I'm really organized, and I try to just plan ahead so that I got everything in order. Again, having my boyfriend there, he definitely helps me out a lot. Especially with my son. Events and things like that. It's just being around a great support system and just making sure you're planning, putting things in order, so you're not rushing in all over the place. You know what I mean? So that's what really helps me, is just like organization.
Yeah.
Having my calendar, making sure, I got everything scheduled on there, and just kind of working with that.
Nice. So is there anything that you do, like when you get like not off track, but like when your day does get thrown off, is there anything that you do that keeps you, like, gets you back to center, or gets you grounded or anything?
So I really try to just like figure out, like, why am I feeling this way, right? Try to get to the root cause. Why am I feeling this way? And just remind myself, like, it's just a moment. It's just a moment. It's going to pass. Like, life is going life anyway.
Right.
And I just got to keep moving through it. Keep moving through it. You know what I mean? Because things are going to happen. Everything is not going to go the way that you want it to. There's going to be bumps in the roads, but you got to just keep looking at, the bigger picture. You know what I mean? What is the goal? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, what is the bigger goal here? It's more than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just try to remember why I'm doing this, even though this didn't work out the way that I wanted to work out. We gonna keep moving, we gonna maneuver, we gonna figure it out. Just try to keep going and just be positive about it.
Yeah, and one thing I always say, like, things are really always working out for us, like, even when it don't seem like it is, you know what I mean? Like, failed relationships, failed friendships, or you didn't get that job for some reason. Maybe you didn't get that job because you were supposed to get a better job, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we think things are working out against us, but it's really working for us all the time. So I like to remind myself that, like, girl, this is working out. It's something better coming.
Yes, because there will be so many things where we try to hold on to something or keep something, and it's like, no, like, you gotta let this go.
Yeah.
Because in order to get something new, you have to let things go. You gotta make room for it. So it's like, you may think like it's not working out. A loss ain't always a loss.
A
loss is not always a loss. Sometimes you may not see it right then and there, but in the end, you're like, darn, I'm glad that didn't work out. I'm glad I lost that, because if I didn't lose that, I wouldn't have this now. So,
I always say, like, thank you, God, for not keeping me stuck. Because, like, sometimes I really thought, like, damn, I really wanted that thing. And I look back like, girl, you've been there, stuck there, doing that, same thing, blah, blah, blah. Like,
what a bit of bad job.
Stuck.
Yes.
So how do you practice self-development, and what are some ways you push yourself to the next level?
Oh, self-development. It started with myself. You know what I mean? Just that feeling of wanting more, to be more, and just reading. Reading. Always be a student. Be able to learn, be teachable. Being in accountability groups. Like I mentioned, I went through Dr. Eric Thomas's accountability group. And every single day for a year straight, I wake up, I go to the gym from 5 to 6, 6 o'clock. I'm on this accountability call from 6 to 7 with people all around the world I don't even know.
Wow,
You know what I mean? But the whole thing was, we all wanted to do better. We all had goals that we wanted to accomplish. And we just on this call, just like motivating, helping each other, keeping each other accountable. And it's just like really surrounding yourself around those types of people. You know what I mean? Like, I want to develop in these areas. Like, so definitely getting around that and being the person that you wanted to be.
Yeah.
That's just really being, feeling, believing that you are that person. Like, you are going to develop to be this. You are going to do that. It's like really believing in yourself. That's where it really starts from.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like, it all kind of ties in together. Like, when you are working on yourself, like when you're doing your workouts and your fitness and stuff, like, by showing up for yourself, like, that helps you believe in yourself even more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the hard shit I'm doing, but I keep doing it. I know, like, this time now I'm a little bit better than I was before. I feel like keep doing things like that, and that's definitely gonna, let you believe in yourself more and build your confidence and all that.
Yeah,
so.
And that's why I say that's kind of where like journey came from, because it's a journey.
Yeah,
it's a long journey. You know what I mean? It's not something that is just going to happen overnight. It takes time. And for me, I've been doing this for 3-4 years, and now I'm finally starting to see some of the seeds that I planted 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. You have to put the work in and keep showing up. And then, like, today I was like, darn, like, we have these events. Like, Climate Connect was amazing. Like, I'm still feeling, like, in awe of everyone who showed up. Like, all the connections that were made. So it was just, like, just keep going. Like, working on yourself, planting those seeds, and putting in the work. Yeah.
Something that I was thinking about, I made a video about it, but I was a little nervous, because I've had a few events, but I feel like today was a lot bigger than like what I'm used to. So when I first was thinking about like, okay, like you're gonna have to lead this event, I was like a little nervous, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm supposed to be like in this room. Like I need to be confident,
right?
Because I'm supposed to be here. I put in the work to be here. Like this is something that we created together. You know what I mean? And I've been working on mental health, self-development, and all that stuff. I want to get this message out to everybody. I want to bring people together.
Right.
So I just, was just telling myself, like, you really don't have nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going to go in there confident. I'm going to feel good.
Yeah, that's how you got to be.
Yeah.
Be confident. Just go in there like, okay, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm trying to do. Like, because there's people that want that. There's people that need that. They're looking for you. So don't be scared. Just,
exactly. And then, once I like got into it, I'm like, there was no reason to be nervous. You know what I mean? There was no reason to be scared. And I feel like confidence is so important when you are trying to, step into your new person, like step into your new self. You want to be this person. So you have to know, like, I am this person. I am going to work and do what I need to do to hit that next level.
Especially, like, if you want to lead somebody, you know what I mean? Like, no one wants to follow you if you, like, nervous or you unsure. Like, you really have to be, like, I know this is what I want to do. Like, I'm leading you. I'm trying to teach you or grow you or, take you on this path. So you definitely want to have that confidence so people can believe in you. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, why would anybody else believe in you?
Exactly.
So definitely confidence is key.
Yeah, for sure. So, I know you train and, you just moved your location. How do you handle, changes? Like, are you like go with the flow, or does it kind of like throw you off?
It used to back in the day. It used to throw me off, but now I go with the flow.
Okay.
It happened for a reason. You know what I mean? Like you said, like I just left my gym that I recently was at. No, I don't have another gym where I'm training at. I don't know where I'm going to train at. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to worry about that because I know it will work out.
Right.
You know what I mean? It'll all work out, and I already see that it's working out. Because before I even left or even had the thought of leaving, I was already having Journey with Jay in the works, which is the fitness experience, right? Not knowing that I was going to be leaving, but I'm still having Journey with Jay still allowing me to promote health and wellness, and show women different types of fitness experiences, even though I don't have a space. You know what I mean? I can still do what I want. So it was like, even though I didn't know I was leaving, I was preparing for this. Yeah. But like it all worked out.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? And then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I really am not in a rush. Because now, I just started my Pilates teacher training, which that requires a lot of my hours. Yeah. So instead of worrying about like where I'm going to go, where I'm just going to focus on my Pilates teaching training. I'm practicing on that, focusing on growing that, you know what I mean, and learning. So it's all gonna work out.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's gonna be, but I trust in God. I know that it's gonna work out.
For sure. And you got like so many clients that are loyal to you, you know what I mean? Like you put in the work as a trainer, so people trust you to train them, you know what I mean? Like they know you're gonna provide good service, good workout. So no matter where you go,
they
gonna
come.
Yeah, for sure. Like today, you know what I mean? Like everybody was out there. I feel like we had a great event.
Yeah.
It's funny that we say that because a couple months ago, I was working like this side job, and they kind of just like let me go. Like it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was something I was doing, like making some extra money a month. And then one month they like, all right, like it's not in the budget no more. Like we can't do it. And I'm like, damn, like. That was one of my bills. But like as soon as I stopped doing that, I really like started taking the podcast serious. I started, doing more like content, and I had so much more time. Yeah. Not worried about their stuff and actually
focusing on yours.
Yeah, and then I've been able to really grow and see, and I thought, it really was a loss because I'm like, damn, like that money, but it was like that really was nothing compared to me being able to like build up on my dreams. So like, sometimes we think like things are getting thrown off or whatever, but like you said, just gotta go with the flow. And then it's all gonna work out.
You may not see it right then and there, but when you look back like, darn, like now I can focus on this. Yeah. And I like it's huge where, we go and we work 8, 10, 12 hours for these other people, and you not working on your own goals and dreams. Yeah. You know what I mean? And people ask me all the time, like, well, you work so much, you doing this, you doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I work for somebody for 8 hours a day.
Right.
I could go home and work on my dreams for 2 hours. I'm gonna give myself 2 hours. I'm working for this man for 8 hours a day. I'm going to give myself 2 hours.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people are really depressed, because like they work all day and then they're like, oh, I'm too tired to do anything. But it's like, if you really want it, you gotta start giving yourself that time, and then eventually you'll be able to take that time and do what you love or do your dream or whatever. Those 8 hours you were working for somebody else, eventually you'll be able to work for yourself. But it's like you gotta put the groundwork in.
For real. And it's long mornings and nights, and it's just like you can't, like you sitting here building somebody else's dream and you put yours to the side.
Like, you be up early, like 4 a.m.
I be up early, listen, because that's the only way I can do it. It's the only way I can do it. It's like everybody, well, I don't got time all the time. Yes, you do.
You gotta make this time.
Yes, you do have time. You're just not willing to wake up a little early.
Right.
You wake up 2 hours early.
Right.
And you can get so much done. Everybody, listen, when I wake up, most of the people are asleep. Everybody sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I'm getting my workouts in, I'm getting it done. So I can go to work my 8 hours after that. I'm coming home working on myself, or working on my dreams. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really, you do have time. You just try to sleep. Wake up.
And it's crazy. I always talk about like self-love and stuff, but I feel like self-love really shows in like the amount of discipline you have. Like, for instance, you love yourself enough to get up early. You know what I mean? You're going to be tired. It's uncomfortable. But it's like, I love myself enough to reach my dream, to reach my goals. I'm going to be uncomfortable, but this is what I got to do. And I love myself enough to, do the hard shit.
Because it's hard. And at the same time, it's like, I got people counting on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I got people waiting for me to show up. So, I have to show up. You know what I mean? Not even I have to, like I want to, I get to show up. I get to wake up. I get to do something that I love. I get to help people. You know what I mean? So I always try to change my wording too and say I have to. I don't have to. You know what I mean? I get to. You know what I mean? Like, some people don't get to wake up in the morning. Some people don't get to do what they love. Some people don't get to help people or make a change or an impact. So it's like, make the time. I get to do that. I don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I get to.
I think gratitude really helps, like, with our mentals and everything, because, like you said, like, we get to, like, even little stuff like walking, talking, breathing, like, being able to have like a sound mind and to think about what you want to do and to be able to act on it. Like you said, some people can't do that.
Right.
And we really take so much stuff for granted. But when you're able to be grateful,
so much.
You can
especially
see things.
Yeah, especially like when you sit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When your nose all stuffed up, you be like, Lord, I wish I could breathe right now. It's like you really take breathing for granted, you know what I mean? Like, it's so many little things. Like, we complain about, like, okay, well, I gotta eat this or that. Some people don't got food, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of living here. Some people don't got houses. Some people sleeping on couches. Some people got a room, you know what I mean? Like, be grateful, you know what I mean? Like, look at the bigger picture. Like, things could be way worse. They could be way worse.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel like you have evolved over the years?
Oh, I've evolved a lot. Just working on myself, keep showing up. Again, like, just being around certain people that, you know, I want to be like, reading, continuing to learn, continuing to grow. Like, when I first started being a trainer, I was telling myself I wasn't a trainer, first off. You know what I mean? Like, I was working out. I was in, you know, the gyms, doing this and that, you know, getting right, feeling right. And, you know, I had a lot of people asking me, like, oh, you a trainer? I'm like, no, I'm not a trainer, but we can work out. So, you know, I'm working out with friends and family at the gym, taking them through workouts and stuff. And then it just, like, was like, no, I am a trainer. You know what I mean? So from there, it was like, okay, well, you know, if I'm really going to do this, like, I want to do it the right way. So getting certified and, you know, taking that course and learning that, which that was tough. So it's like, you know, like, investing in myself and just growing, you know what I mean? So investing in that, getting certified. From there, just, you know, working with what I had. You know, I didn't have a gym at first. And at first, I used that as an excuse to not, you know, train and not do what I wanted to do. But then I'm like, that's an excuse. So I started doing like online coaching. But then I know I'm a people person. I love to interact with people. Like, I need like that. I love that. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't got the space, so I'm gonna go to the parks. The park's free. Boom, right? So I'm at the parks. So it was just like, just really using what I got, and then God gonna give me everything. You use what you got before He gives you more. He wants to see what you gonna do with what you already have. Right. So I'm at the parks, and then I found, you know, the space in Norristown. So I'm there for a year, whatever. And it's just like, just using what you got and just growing. Take your time. You're not gonna have everything that you need right here and there. You know what I mean? It's just step by step, little by little. You know what I mean? So that's just how I grew. Just keep going. And continuing to learn from people, other trainers. That's the best thing that's helped me to develop and grow over the years.
So, is there anything that you currently struggle with, like mentally or anything like that?
I would say overthinking, and that also kind of comes into my organization, right? It's also kind of like a trauma based thing, you know, because it's like, I've always, like, I really can't rely on people, you know, from previous things. It's like, I know, like, okay, I can't count on so many people, so I gotta make sure I'm organized. I gotta make sure that I'm prepared. I gotta make sure I play out worst case scenarios in case this don't work out. I got this back. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of got me into my organization skills, was because it was based off of trauma, which it's a gift and a curse, because it's like, it's good within business, but then at the same time, now that I'm in like this healthy relationship, and it's like, yo, like, just chill. You
don't have to do everything.
You don't have to do everything by yourself. You got this. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that security of like, I'm safe. So it's like, that's something that I struggle with. It's like, because I'm used to those old patterns and, you know, trying to prepare for the worst case scenario, even though you can't always prepare for it, but I'm going to try. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always going to try. And so that's something I still struggle with, just like understand, like, I don't have to do everything alone. I do not have to do everything alone. And then that comes to, you know what I mean? Like, Climate Connect.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I know Jazz like hiking. I'm trying to do this hiking joint.
Mm-hmm.
Why not we do this together?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
like
it turned out great.
Like we've been connected more. Like I trust you. Like you're on the same. Like we're not on the same exact path, but we still want to help people.
Right.
I'm health and wellness. You mental health. It still coincides. So I'm like, all right, and it worked out perfectly because you know I'm busy, you busy, but we're good in different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you created the flyer, which was awesome, and I'm like, okay, well I'll create the Eventbrite.
Yeah.
And then you know, like you did some content and some reels, and then you know I created like the Facebook page and the email and
it's so much easier doing it that way. You know,
you don't have to do everything alone. So that is something that you know I was struggling with and still do, but I'm still trying to learn and you know delegate and just like kind of let things go and just. Yeah.
And it takes time for us to unlearn, you know what I mean? Like you said, like that was built from like trauma and stuff like that. And it's like that was yours. You went through that or had to you know, come up with that defense.
Right.
And it's like
and something else, right? And I did it again yesterday, right? So I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna bring, you know, waters and stuff. So I get the cooler out of the closet and I take the cooler to the bottom of the steps. And I go and get ice to fill it up with ice. So my boyfriend comes in the house and he's like, what's this? I'm like, oh, sorry, babe, that's the cooler. He's like, why is the cooler down here? Because so I don't gotta walk it down the steps. Because I'm used to doing everything by myself, so I'm preparing. Like, I'm not trying. He like, babe. I'm like, babe, I'm sorry. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already preparing that I gotta take this cooler down the steps. And because it's filled with ice. And he like, babe. So it's like,
girl, I got you, sit down.
Yeah, right. So it's just like that's something that I really, I'm struggling with, and I'm trying to work through it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's good that you're working through it. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's a gift and a curse. But from the outside looking in, I feel like it's a gift. You know what I mean? I be wishing I had your level of organization. Like you see my calendar over there. I was like trying to get organized. I'm like, all right, y'all. I gotta get my shit together because it's like when you really wanna achieve your dreams, you want to have like all these plans and ideas, you really have to be organized. If your mind is going like 1,000 different places, you don't have stuff written down or whatever, it's like nothing's really gonna go the way you want it to go unless you got these things planned out.
Yes, write it down. I always say write the vision and make it plain. Like write exactly what you want. And again, something that helps me and trying not to be overwhelmed is doing one thing at a time. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't bite the whole elephant. So break it down in bite-sized pieces. So it's like, just like planning an event. Okay, like the what's the main thing that you need for an event? Right. A space. Yeah. That's the one thing. Your main focus is finding the space. Once you find that space, then okay, well what's next? What do I need? You know what I mean? Do one thing every single day that helps you get closer to your goals. You don't have to do 20,000 things in one day. That's how you get overwhelmed. That's how you know you want to quit early.
You end up doing nothing because it's like you overthink like, oh damn, I gotta do all this.
One little thing every single day that gets you one step closer. And I always tell everyone, give yourself 90 days. If you got a goal that you're trying to accomplish, 90 days. Right. 90 days. You can accomplish anything in 90 days. Unless you try and be a doctor or things like that. But anything in like reach. 90 days.
Yeah. That's a good job. So what is some advice that you would give somebody who might be struggling or somebody who's not fine on the inside?
I would say, I mean, it's like, it's your own journey. You know what I mean? It's your own race. Like, don't compare yourself to anybody else. Like, you may see this person, you know, doing exactly what you're doing, but they're doing better or surpassing you. But everyone's life is different. It's just like, go at your own pace. You know what I mean? Like, your only competition is yourself. You want to just make sure that you are improving and being better than you were yesterday. That's the best thing and best advice that I can give to anyone. Like, just work on you. Yeah. Work on yourself. Be better than you were yesterday, the day before, last year. Small steps. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, like even like in track, they say like don't look over to the other person. You know what I mean? That's how you go slow yourself down. Right. Because it's like everybody's journey is not the same. You don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. You don't know what people had to do to get where they are. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't know what work they put in, or you don't know what they're going on inside that relationship. You know what I mean? We look up to people. And, you know, we think we want this, and that, but it's like, we really don't know. Right. And it's not we all got like our divine journey. Like you said, it's your journey.
We all got our divine plans, divine timing. It's like what they doing ain't for us. We gotta stay in our path and just do us.
Yep, definitely. I agree.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. So thank you, Jay, for coming on. I'm so happy to have you on here. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Jonnese on Instagram. Can you tell them your Instagram pages?
Yes, you can follow me at JourneyWitJ. That's Journey with WITJ. You can also follow my business page, which is Journeyfitnessgroup. Follow us for our next fitness event. So we do Journey with Jay. We journey into different fitness studios. So hot works, yoga, Pilates, bar, boxing, you name it. So each month we go into different studios so women can find out what fitness experiences they like. And then every quarter we do our Walking into Wellness, which is a huge wellness event created for women by women. So make sure you check me out.
Yes, and now we got Climate Connect, y'all.
Climate Connect.
Yes, we're going to have hikes like every month. So make sure y'all check that out. And hit up Jonnese if y'all need a personal trainer, y'all. She will have y'all lose the weight.
I got y'all.
Whatever y'all need.
Thanks, girl.
No problem. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.